In the heart of Liberia, where red dust rises with every step and ancestral trees shade the land, lived a girl whose story would travel far beyond her village. This is the tale of Yawatta, a daughter, a servant, a forgotten soul, and a queen by spirit. This is the bride of the dust road. Yawatta was born beneath the silk cotton tree. Her mother, Mama Yel, was the kind of woman who sang while she worked, songs that made chickens stop clucking and babies fall asleep. Under her gentle care, Yawatta learned to smile even when the sun was too hot or the rice too small. Child of my womb, be strong like the bamboo, even when the rain forgets to fall. But one rainy season, the clouds came too heavy. Fever swept through the village, and the voice that once calmed the wind fell silent. 3 moons later, Yawatta's father, Old Man Sumo, returned from Bongoma with a new wife. Mamie Widor, tall, loud, dressed in shiny lapa, but her eyes held no warmth. "You, girl, did I ask you to stand there? Sweep this place, now!" Yawatta became the village shadow. She cooked, cleaned, fetched water from the hills, and slept beside firewood while others dined. Every night, hunger cradled her to sleep. Yawatta once dreamed of being a nurse. She loved books and numbers, but dreams die quietly in the homes of the cruel. One day, she came home to find her uniform torn. Her books burned to ashes. "Will books feed us, eh? Go read the fire." Then came a stranger, dusty feet, a torn bag, eyes like still water. "I am Kojo. I seek work. I will labor and earn what you give." He worked hard, cleared bush, fixed roofs, carried water. Yawatta watched from the shadows, and one day he handed her roasted plantain. "For me?" Yawatta asked. Kojo replied to her saying, "Even firewood needs warmth." 7 days passed. Kojo asked for his wages. Old Man Sumo stared at his dry hands. "No money, but I give you my daughter. She eats, but brings no dowry." Yawatta stood with her clay bowl, her heart pounding. Kojo looked at her, not with pity, but with purpose. Kojo, calm, clear. "I accept." They walked, forests whispered, rivers sang. Yawatta followed silently, unsure of the man or her future. Yawatta, tired, said, "If this is to be my fate, let it be better than my past." Kojo warmly said to her, "You are worth more than they ever knew." They reached Mona town. Gates taller than coconut trees opened wide. Yawatta stared, confused, until a servant bowed. The servant said to Kojo, "Prince Kojo, welcome." Yawatta trembled. The man she followed through the dust was royalty. Kojo softly said to her, "I wanted to find a wife who sees the soul, not the sandals, and you are gold." In time, Yawatta found her power. She built a school in Kapatoli, painted sky blue and yellow. Girls who once pounded cassava now practiced writing on slates. Yawatta, inspired, said, "Even dust can grow flowers if you believe." Yawatta returned, not in rags, but in respect. The villagers watched as she stepped from a shining car. Mamie Widor looked from behind curtain. "Is that her?" She walked tall, head high, not for revenge, but to build. She laid flowers at her mother's grave, then planted trees where hope could grow. One morning during her stay in Kapatoli, Yawatta was awakened by shouting outside the guest hut. A crowd had gathered near her father's home. Old Man Sumo had fallen ill. His breath was shallow, his strength gone. Without hesitation, Yawatta ordered a car to take him to the nearest hospital. She sat by his bedside, holding the same hand that once pointed to her like property. Days passed. She bought medicine, paid the bills, whispered prayers. On the 6th day, Old Man Sumo opened his eyes. His voice was weak, but his eyes heavy with truth. Old Man Sumo gravely said to Yawatta, "Yawatta, my daughter, I wronged you. I sold your worth for nothing. But even in pain, you chose to help me. Please, forgive this foolish man." Yawatta took his hand. Tears filled her eyes. Yawatta, gentle in her response, said to him, "No one knows tomorrow, Papa. I forgave you long ago." Weeks later, Old Man Sumo stood in the village square, cane in hand, supported by his daughter. Elders, mothers, and youth gathered. Old Man Sumo, emotional, said, "To all who can hear me, never cast away your child. Never measure them by your poverty or pride, for no one knows what the dust will carry tomorrow." Heads nodded, eyes watered. And in that moment, Yawatta's dignity was sealed not just in gold, but in grace. And so, the girl who was once given as payment became a queen of hearts. The one they saw as worthless gave others the gift of worth. Even a seed buried in dust can become a mighty tree. Dear cherished audience, what is the moral lesson you've learned from Yawatta's story? From pain to purpose, from being discarded to becoming a light, her journey reminds us that no child is ever truly worthless. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters. Your lesson may inspire someone else. And remember, no one knows tomorrow. So treat every soul with love.